So I want you to know, first of all, this is not a virtual background. That's my real backyard. Those are real birds, real puppy dogs at my feet. And it's my new office. I had a great office when I was practicing law. This one's even better. And chances are, if you've clicked on this link, it's because you're considering an upgrade in your office situation, not just your physical office, but whether or not you've reached the expiration date of your law practice as you know it. It's not the first time you've asked this question, out of fear, frustration, inspiration, or whatever. Generally tend to find ourselves in the same space all the time. We don't want that. We don't want to waste our time just ruminating on this stuff over and over and over again like we're thinking about a case. We want to come to some kind of resolution, some kind of transformation. And to do that, we have to take the question seriously. To take that question seriously, we have to take ourselves seriously for the right reasons. Lawyers are great at taking themselves seriously for the wrong reasons of having an exaggerated sense of self-importance or maybe an inability to laugh at ourselves. Take yourself, your life, what's possible, where you are right now, what actually can be in your life and the effect it can have on all those you love and all those that love you. To do that, we have to have a different perspective. We have to change that which we think is normal. What's normal for us is being stressed, is to think forever about stuff, is to feel like we're in survival, that we're victimized, we have no way out. I know that's a generalization, to make a broad point, but that's what keeps us from ever making a change. We want to have something different. And to have something different, we have to create a new normal. I had a chance to work with Navy SEALs a couple of years ago. Do you think lawyers are living under? Imagine being somewhere where one wrong move, one moment of unconscious could get you and a whole bunch of people that you care about killed. So these SEALs were transitioning out of that environment, whether they're getting out of the Navy or getting into something less stressful. And after a day of the similar process that we're going to be working with on our webinar, someone would just get that big exhale. And one of the guys said, wow, this is so great. How do I keep this going? And I said, you got to differentiate between what's normal and what's natural. What's normal is what it feels like when everything is on you and the world is going to explode if you make one wrong move. Natural is the ease and the peace we feel. And what we're going to do in the webinar on the 19th is we're going to create the conditions where you are going to be able to experience not what is normal for you, but a new normal, a normal which is actually natural, a normal which is in alliance, in conjunction, and in support of the best part of yourself and that which may be calling you out of your current situation, which is what caused you, in my humble opinion, to click on this link in the first place. How do we do that? Well, I reverse engineered the process by which I've ended up where I am at this point in my life, which is a great place, and help so many others acclimate to and to create as well. And I took that process, and how are we going to do that? Well, I reverse engineered the process by which I find myself at 73 in this environment, with my own skin, and with the mares that I love, and person that I love being, and people that I love being around, and have helped others, attorneys and otherwise, achieve the same thing. So how do we do that? Well, I've created conditions in these webinars, and we will create the conditions on the 19th by which you can experience. So how do we do that? Well, so how do we create the conditions by which you can experience this new normal? This normal that is also happens to be natural rather than insane. So what I've done is I've reverse engineered the process by which at 73 years old, I find myself in a life better than anything I could have imagined. And being a person who is someone that I really, really like, and dare I say love, and have helped others do that as well. And there's, to create those conditions in a 1-hour webinar to it, there's 3 parts of it. The first is your authenticity. I know that's a buzzword, but one, authenticity is contagious. There's very little pretense here. Every time I try to be something I'm not, I've made a mess. So one, are real, it's the collective reality. And I hear all the time, especially from lawyers, oh my God, I got an hour where I can just be myself without having to pretend to be more or less than I am, without having to defend myself. And third, there is actually a process to this transformation, again, that I have reverse engineered. It's not a curriculum, not step by step, but it is a process that is, first of all, shamelessly idealistic, that there are no limitations, and at the same time relentlessly accountable, where you assess where you are right now. You look at what you have, what's holding you back where you are, what are you capable of in terms of transformation, and look at the market conditions, what's calling you out, both in the market but also in the universe, and how do we take step by step to get there. Again, it's too much to cover here, but I'll be elucidating that a little bit in emails upcoming. And the point is that, and the end result is that with your own authenticity, our collective authenticity, in this process that has worked for so many over 50 years, and that it is both an art and a science, it is both a technology and a magic, that you can arrive at a place, you can experience, first of all, this naturalness that will be calling you out to something bigger, away from the life that you're at, whatever it is. And you can arrive at whatever decision, whether stay where you are. I present 3 models in this from 3 different clients that I have, where you can leave, you can create a side hustle that you transition to, or you can just find a way to be happy in the practice that you have. Whatever it is, We're going to arrive at that together. Again, it's noon on Thursday, June 19th. It's an hour. It's free. I'm not going to sell it too much if this appeals to you. If you want to be real for an hour, you want to really consider this, whatever it is, no one's going to push you. At the end of that hour, you can get something out, take whatever it is you got and go with it. If you want to work with me, that's great. I would be disingenuous if I didn't say that's part of the reason I'm doing this, because I love to work with people and this is what I do for a living. But whatever it is, you're going to be real for an hour. You're going to, and the next time that you ask yourself if I reached the expiration date on the law practice, you're going to have both an internal space and an external framework to be able to answer that question with authenticity and vulnerability and great autonomy, great power.